What's going on, guys? Powell Music here. Last video of the day, giving you guys some good content here today. Hope you guys enjoy it, or I think it's good content. But anyway, I was curious about the Led Zeppelin doc, Becoming Led Zeppelin. I'm a big fan of Led Zeppelin. Definitely an incredible band, obviously, and an iconic band, and definitely paved the way for a lot of other progressive rock bands that came across the timeline of our rock and roll music history, if you will. But I'm curious to see if there's anybody who has seen Becoming Led Zeppelin, just because I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews. Not necessarily from officially critics, but just like people in the Reddit posts. Like there's some folks on Reddit that have posted like, hey, like, has anyone else felt disappointed about this? I guess a lot of people feel like the documentary, it just shows just a bunch of random footage and some random videos, but nothing is really connected. So I was curious if you guys have seen Becoming Led Zeppelin. I'm planning on seeing it. Don't know if I'll be able to see it in theaters. So I'm kind of waiting to see it. Not exactly in a hurry, but I was just curious about it, just because I thought that was really interesting that a Led Zeppelin documentary isn't up to par. And it's Led Zeppelin, so I mean, it's a huge responsibility. You would want to make the best kind of content that you could possibly make. So I just thought that to be a very interesting notion around that. I'm a big fan of music documentaries, especially if they're done right, of course. It Might Get Loud is one of my favorites, and that has Jimmy Page in there as well, alongside with Jack White and The Edge from U2. I think it's a very beautifully crafted documentary, connecting all of kind of their lives growing up, how they've played in the band, their kind of reactions as a guitarist, and how they create things of that nature. It's a beautiful documentary. It's one of my favorite movies ever that I've seen. I would say one of my favorite movies just in general ever that I've seen. And I think maybe some people were disappointed as far as for Becoming Led Zeppelin, maybe because a lot of that footage was just you weren't really getting to know any more from, I'm just guessing, you weren't getting any more out of, of the band members that maybe you already know, or, nothing really deep to get to know them more. So I'm very curious, as far as like, if there's any type of deeper history when it comes to John Paul Jones, John Bonham, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, so I'm curious. But let me know. I'm planning on seeing it. I'm going to do a formal review of it. I'm just curious to see if anyone in the wild has seen Becoming Led Zeppelin. I haven't heard a whole lot, so that's why, definitely one of my favorites to check out is absolutely, if this gets weird, Omar and Cedric. We waited over like a year or something for that, guys, but finally came out. It's really great. Highly recommend it. I plan on buying it digital once it's available. I think it's available now by digital. But yeah, anyway, J-Pow Music. Keep an eye out for my Becoming Led Zeppelin review, and I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks.